Sorry to put you off for those of you that had already gone in. Hmm. Just wondering if any of you have ever journaled and got some gems at the end of your practice, because I'm going to do that today. I'm looking for some answers to a couple of things and some inspiration for a couple of things. And so I'm going to clear everything out of my head. And I'm just going to set the intention before we start about these answers becoming clear to me when I go into my journaling at the end. So if there's an intention that you've got that you want to set, something that you're trying to figure out, or something that you would just like a little bit of advice on, it's really interesting that this stuff comes from us, but actually it comes from outside of us. I really believe that. So I don't know if any of you want to do the same as me, if there's anything that you're looking to solve, figure out, build, develop, anything that is requiring some maybe creative thinking, or anything at all that you might just want some advice on. Setting your intention right now. Just setting the intention that's going to come to us when we journal afterwards. And then we're just going to completely let it go. So perhaps you might have just got a little vision of what it might mean if you achieve the thing, if you get the thing done, if you figure the thing out, if you let go of the thing, whatever it is, just a quick vision of what it is you're trying to get to. And just imagine that you got to it and then it happened. It's happening. It's live. And then we just let go of it completely. Just allow it just to go into the subconscious, away from the forefront of our mind. And then we're just going to allow ourselves to drop into this practice. We're just going to move the eyes from left to right while they're closed. Just going to have them move side to side, and we're going to just concentrate from the toes. So I want you to imagine that you're looking from one foot to the other, and you're starting to move that vision up your body. So you're starting to move from left to right ankle, and just keep going left to right, left to right. And we start to move up towards the front of the shins. So we're just concentrating on the front of the body at the moment. Just having the eyes going from one side to another, coming up the shins to underneath the knees, and over the knees, and then to the bottom part of the upper thighs. And we're going to just keep allowing the eyes to cross backwards and forwards from left to right. Keep coming up the thighs. And then we're just going to come into the groin, left to right, into the pelvis and the hips, lower belly, left to right, just at the front of the body. All the way into the belly, left to right, and just keep coming up the body. To the ribs, chest, the breasts, left to right, just keep going side to side, Coming all the way up into the top part of the rib cage, to the top part of the chest, to the collarbones, into the fronts of the shoulders. I'm going to go left to right down the arms. Down the arms into the elbows. Lower arms, coming to the wrists, left to right. To the backs of the hands. And you're just going to hold your focus on the palms of the hands. And then we're just going to keep that action left to right going as we come down the fingers. And then from there, we're going to come to the throat, to the neck. So you're going from left to right with the way you're looking at your body, up the throat, to the underneath of the chin, into the chin. We're going left to right, round the jaw, one side to the other, all the way up into the temples, left to right to the ears, to the eyes, eyebrows, forehead. I'm coming all the way up onto the crown, and we're just going to hold the focus at the crown of the head for a moment. And then we're going to come all the way over the top of the head, and we're going to start again left to right as we move down the back of the body. So as we come over the crown of the head, moving the eyes left to right, left to right. So come to the backs of the ears, behind the ears, all the way down into the base of the skull, left to right, down the neck, keeping the eyes moving, onto the shoulders, and widening out. The shoulder tips, coming down into the shoulder blades, just keeping the eyes moving left to right as you take the gaze across the body, and down into the back, left to right. Keep it moving down as you come through the rib cage, by the rib cage, all the way down, down. Keep coming to the waistline, left to right, and to the tops of the hips, to the hip bones, left to right. Just keep that going. Into the pelvis, into the sit bones. Just taking the eyes from left to right, into the backs of the thighs, left to right, all the way down into the knees, the backs of the knees. Just keep that focus going left to right, all the way down the calves, side to side, moving down, 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 to the Achilles heels, left to right, and the ankles, to the heels of the feet, into the soles of the feet, where we're just going to hold the focus at the soles of the feet. And there's going to be a current that we feel is coming up through the earth, and this current is moving from left to right, just moving side to side. And as we bring it up through the soles of the feet, we allow it to come up through the center of the body. So it comes up through the body, this one. Coming all the way up through the legs, moving left to right, side to side. And comes all the way up to the sex organs, perineum, all the way up through the intestines, all the way up through the womb space and the belly, all the way up through the body, all through the trunk of the body, this energy coming left to right, left to right. And we're just watching it as it rises. Coming all the way up through the chest, comes up through the heart space. I'm just going to hold that focus there at the heart space for a minute. This charge that's coming up through the earth. And we're just going to continue to move that up, up, through the upper chest, through the middle of the throat, comes up through the throat into the mouth. This left to right energy, this side to side energy, comes all the way up through the mouth, through the face, through the brain. This left to right energy, just going to continue to rise into the sky. Side to side. And just staying with that for a moment. And how it feels there. Just bring in your sense of stillness in. Just allowing that to settle in our bodies. Just closing our crown, closing that root connection to the earth, and allowing ourselves to gather the energy. Let's just move through our bodies. Just allowing us to keep all of that held within us. I'm just going to start to bring ourselves back into our bodies here. In any way that feels good for you, you might want to give yourself a little pat or a rub, and you might want to make the palms warm so that they can be held over the eyes. And just slowly allowing the light to return back in when you're ready. Yum, yum, yum. Just a little sprinkling. Yeah, I think just really just distracting ourselves from ourselves today. I really invite you to go and do a little journaling, see if anything wants to come out of you now. And if you don't journal normally, if you're not used to doing it, just put your pen on the paper. And if you don't know what to write, put I don't know what to write, and just allow your pen to start moving. Try not to get too involved and see what comes out. I'd love to hear about any wisdoms. Have a fab weekend. I'll see you next week. Loads of love. Bye.